Welcome back to Nail Babe Pod. I'm your host, Abe the Nail Babe, a podcast dedicated to interviewing the nail babes of the nail world. This week, my nail babe is me, the original nail babe, excuse me. Yes, it's just me today. As some of you saw on my stories, I was actually in New York City last week. It's funny, I went to school in upstate New York, and people would be like, oh yeah, I'm going to the city. And I'm like, what city? And they're like, the city. And I'm like, what city? They're like, the only city. The city. New York City. Okay. So I wanted to do a little catch up behind the scenes. I got some DMs asking me about why I was in New York City. And I have an extra Holo Taco X Safiya collection to give away. So make sure you're subscribed to Nail Babe Pod wherever you listen. Either Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and leave me a review, preferably 5 stars, on the podcast. What you've been enjoying so far, how you think it's going. Could be a favorite quote or advice you learned from one of our guests. I will pick a winner on September 20th and mail it out myself. So US only, sorry international friends. Must be 18 years older and not associated with Holo Taco, Apple, blah, blah, blah. All the good stuff. All the things you're supposed to say right there. That's what I said. Okay. Anyway, back to New York. Okay, can we say that I was in New York for Fashion Week? Because I did go to 2 nail polish events while I was in New York. I went to an Essie event and a Manucurist event. Manucurist actually flew me down to New York City. They paid for the flight, the hotel. They took us out to dinner and lunch. I say they, Manucurist sponsored a giveaway for one of my followers to also be flown down and put up in New York City. My giveaway winner was Chrissy Renoso. I will link her down below. She was from Florida. She had never been to New York City, so that was exciting. It was her first time, and Manucurist took care of everything. Manucurist booked 10 for 10 nail salon for the day and invited nail artists and editors and writers from all sorts of magazines and gave them each a manicure with their new fall colors. I had my nails done. It was the first time I had someone else touch my nails in probably 7 years. So you can imagine. I was a little nervous. It was fine. I feel like I can't tell if I'm just really particular about my nails or like it was not the best job ever. I'm like, is this what a regular manicure is like? Because I actually took the remover pen that they had and cleaned up some of the edges. Because I was like, this will be faster. Just let me do Anyway, no, but it was nice. They did a good job in the end. I think I'm just, when you paint your nails 10,000 times a year, like we all have our own ways of doing things, but it was nice. I got to meet the owner of the brand. They're founded and run out of Paris. So they were flying in from Paris. I'm trying to convince them to do the next event in Paris at their headquarters. But it was nice. The hotel was right across the street from the World Trade Center. Although literally, I don't know what I did to deserve this, but it was over 95 degrees when I was there, which I don't like the heat. I literally was sweating, but it's okay. But I made it in the end. Luckily, Manucurist was paying for those Ubers, or else I would have been dying in the subway. I also met Erica, Press Reset Nails, at the Manucurist event, and Monage on Instagram. Her name is Andrea. She was actually painting nails at the Manucurist event. She is friends with the owner, and they flew from Paris together. And I was fangirling because literally has beautiful nails. But it was amazing to finally meet Erica. We've been voice memoing for a year now, probably. And she asked me if I was going to the Essie event the next day. And I wasn't. I wasn't invited. But they didn't know I was going to be in New York because I live in Maine currently, but just happened to be in New York City during their event. So she texted her contact and they invited me to go. I had posted about the Manucurist New York event that night, and Jess from Nailbatch DM'd me and was like, "Oh my God, are you going to the Essie thing?" And I was like, "Yeah, we should go together." So then she changed her time because it was like people could go at different times. You have to like sign up for them. So she signed up, and Julia from Can I Paint Your Nails on Instagram was also coming with Erica. So we had a whole nail creator community. Purple Nail Box was also there. She's a nail tech with beautiful designs, nail art designs. The Essie event was actually at their PR agency's offices. So I thought I was going to be at like Essie's headquarters, which like I feel like I've seen on their social media. They have like this massive warehouse and like drawers full of Essie polish. So like that's where I thought we were going. But then we roll up to this office. It was beautiful. It was like on the top floor in Manhattan. And they had brought a bunch of Essie polishes, but like I wanted the warehouse. I wanted all the nail polish. But I was able to meet a few people from the Essie team and put a face to the name. It was very casual. I think I do create content for Essie, but through one of their agencies. So they just help coordinate. So it was actually my first time talking directly to the people that work at Essie, but that was nice. Essie has a bunch of different subsections. Sig was kind of explaining this on her episode, but I work with the global team on Essie, whereas the people that we were talking to were the North American media team. So some of the stuff that I was working on are future releases from Essie, some exciting things. So it was fun to talk about that. I feel like these things always sound cooler than they are and look cooler because when you're there, it's just kind of like, yeah, okay, we're just standing in a room, like, hi, like, okay, polish, okay. But on camera, you're like, oh my God, Essie headquarters, like, this is amazing. Like, and it, like, obviously, okay, it's amazing, right? Like, I never pictured myself at this point. So it's fun to just be able to go and have people recognize you and know who you are in the nail world. So I actually met up with Michelle, the founder, owner, CEO, plant enthusiast, owner of MoonCat. So we met up in Brooklyn and had lunch. Stay tuned for more with her. And I had Manucurist push back my flight. Originally, it was just going to be like a one-day event, stay at a hotel, and then fly out. But I was like, can you push back my flight to next week? And I will stay and look at apartments to move to New York City. This has always been a goal of mine, I think, to live in New York City, to have access to good food, good shows, lots of fun people. I grew up in Maine, which felt like the middle of nowhere, and then went to school in upstate New York, which again, it was like a big school, 20,000 people, but again, we were in the middle of nowhere. I was able to drive down to the city a few times, but it was like a 4-hour drive. So I am excited to live in New York City. I am a full-time nail content creator trying to find a studio 1-bedroom in Brooklyn. I did view some apartments, so I don't want to jinx anything, but things are looking good. The plan is to move soon, of course, with my cat, don't worry, and all my nail polish. Apartment hunting is hard. I'm looking in Bed-Stuy, Bushwick, Brooklyn area, but some of the options are gross. I feel like what I've heard is that like you need to pick what you're willing to sacrifice on. One that I looked at was pretty big. It was a 1-bedroom. Everything was nice, but then the shower was like disgusting. And I was like, I don't want to get in there. or they're far away from the subway. But anyway, more about fun things in New York. I went to 2 Broadway shows. My sister came to visit. She lives in DC, so she took the bus up and we went to see Wicked together. We had never seen it. Of course, I had listened to the music, but I'd never seen it. Amazing, of course. Such a huge theater. I also went to see Shocked, which is a new musical, was nominated for a bunch of Tonys. One of the actors, Alex Newell, won for their performance. And I linked the song in my bio. I'll link it down below. Literally have listened to the song so many times. It's all over my TikTok. Went just for this song. Standing ovation. Okay. Knocked it out of the park. It was hilarious, and I'm just excited to start this new chapter in my life, and I'm excited to take you all with me. I'm thinking I might post a little bit about apartment hunting and lifestyle on TikTok. Do we like this? What do we think? Mostly because I want some free furniture. I saw this gorgeous sit-stand desk on TikTok. I want a sit-stand desk, but I feel like sometimes they're ugly. Like, I just feel like they don't look good. This one, I will link it below, is gorgeous. It was like $4,000. And I was like, I can't afford that. But the video I saw was a gifted partnership. And the person had only a few hundred followers. And I'm thinking, send me a free desk. No, let me know. Would you guys like that? I think it'll be fun. I like that kind of content. As long as I don't break a nail. No, but I want to thank everybody for supporting me and the show. And of course, when I got an extra Holo Taco collection, I thought I could do a giveaway, but then I feel like Instagram giveaways, you get all these random people. Whereas if you're on the pod, you're a true listener supporter. And I want to give you something special. So leave a review wherever you get your podcast, i.e. Nail Babe Podcast. Make sure you're subscribed, leave a review, and I will pick somebody September 20th, mail them Holo Taco X Safiya collection. Sold out, by the way. You cannot get this anymore. So this is your last chance. And yeah, let me know how you feel about this life update, behind the scenes, New York City Fashion Week episode, giveaway, something different. I have some fun interviews coming up, so make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you next week.